This is a training for Seesaw, and Seesaw is a platform used by our early childhood, pre-primary, first and second grade students. The teachers will then start contacting the families, and they're going to send out a link. It will be a custom link for just your student. When you click on the link, it is going to open up a PDF identical to what you see here, be your student's name, and then a code, an actual example. This is a sample student. The instructions are really pretty clear. Step one, go to app.seesaw.com. That's an active link. You can click on that. It'll take you to the website. You can also install the Seesaw class app. So there are two apps here. There's the class app, and on the document here, there is a QR code. That QR code will direct you to the appropriate app store for your device. Once that's done, then, whether your student is connecting on a computer, as you can see, a phone or a tablet, from a computer, they just click on the link and they're going to choose the option I'm a student and then enter that code. If your student is connecting from a mobile device, they will go through that process again of choosing I'm a student, but instead of entering a code, they're going to use the camera on their device and actually scan this QR code, and that will log them in. In addition to receiving a link for your student to be able to connect, you as the parent or guardian will receive an email as well that will be specific, custom to you and your family. And when you click on that link, it's going to pop up this page, and you'll notice here it says connect to, and instead of saying another sample student, it would say your student's name. And then I say confirm, and then I go ahead and fill in my details and create my account. Now, if I already have an account, maybe I have another student at another school who is currently using Seesaw, then it says right here, if you already have an account, you can sign in. If you have a Google account, you can go ahead and sign up with Google or sign in with Google. So if you have an existing account that's through Google, you can use that. Or if you need to create an account, but you want to use a Google account, you can just click that instead of filling all of this out, okay? Let us jump into Seesaw. So I'm going to click on the app.seesaw.me link. Here we go. This is the page where I say I'm a student. Right down here, it says text code. I'm going to select the text field box and then hit Command V to paste it and select go. And this is the view that the students are going to have, and this view does not change from device. So as you'll notice here in a moment when I connect with the iPad's layout, the app of the iPad is going to look identical to this. There are three main parts to Seesaw for students. We have the journal, which right now there's nothing here because this student hasn't completed anything. So the journal is where completed activities will be on display. So let's switch over to the actual activities page, and these are all of the activities that the teacher has posted that the student needs to complete or add a response for. So I'm going to come all the way down here to the bottom, and I'm going to choose complete the pattern. So right off the bat, I see that there are some instructions here. You may notice that there's a play button here. The teachers have the ability to record themselves reading the instructions. As the student, I can play.
There are some shapes missing from the pattern. Click on the Add button and draw the missing shapes onto the template.
So this voice recording is presumably the original teacher that created this activity. But the teacher can go in and edit an existing activity and record their own voice so that the student will be able to hear their own teacher's voices reading those instructions. As a student, all I have to do is click Add Response, and it brings me into this whiteboard. Over here on the left-hand side are some basic tools that I have access to. I can do a text box and start typing stuff. I can record, and when I record, it's recording my voice as I talk, and it's recording the actions on the screen. When a student is practicing their cursive writing, for instance, the teacher can see where they start the letter and where they end the letter. And then they're able to also hear the student say S. They can also choose to add a picture. So it'll use the camera on the computer, should there be one, or the camera on the tablet or the phone. And so they can add their own little pictures and annotate the pictures and record themselves talking about the pictures and all that stuff. And then we have the ability to bring in some shapes, which we'll do here in a moment, backgrounds, and then even add a link. So down here at the bottom then, this first one is a little hand. I can select that, and if there's an object that allows me to manipulate it, change its size, change its color, or change its position on the screen, I have to click this little tool in order to grab it and move it around. And then I have a pencil, and when I click on the pencil, you'll notice that there is a color palette that pops up over here on the right, and that's how the students can choose different colors. Then I have a marker, I have a highlighter, I have my favorite pen, which is like a neon sign pen. I think it's really fun. And then of course I've got the eraser. Let's go ahead and do this activity. And as I do it, I'm going to record myself. So I hit the microphone to record. It's going to say, yes, I want to allow it. It's going to do a countdown, or I can go ahead and just say start recording. Now you'll notice the big red bar that goes across the top of the screen that lets me know that I am currently recording. So as I come in here and grab some shapes, square, circle, square, circle, square. So I'm going to grab my rectangle here. I need to, again, I've got the little hand here so that I can manipulate it. So I'm going to be real smart, and I'm just going to come up here and just kind of mirror this box here like that. That looks good. The color's close enough. So I need to add another square here. I could come back in and do the whole shapes thing, but because I am a super genius with Seesaw, I know that I can click this little button here, these more options. And when I do that, I have the ability to duplicate. So I don't have to spend all that time. I can just grab it right there. And then the next one, the last part here, is a green circle. So come back into the shapes, select my shapes, select my circle, resize my circle. That's too small. Resize my circle. That's good. And then, uh-oh, it's the wrong color. But I have it selected, and I can come over here and choose the right color. And so there we go. Now that I'm done with this portion of the activity, I can go ahead and stop recording. So I'm going to hit pause. I could go ahead and continue recording if I wanted to, but I'm going to say I'm ready. So I'm going to hit done up here in the top right corner. It's going to let me preview my little video recording. Now you'll notice the big red bar. I can skip ahead. So I have rectangle here. There we go. I need to, again, I've got the little hand here so that I can manipulate it. So again, that was, you know, recorded from whenever I was manipulating it and talking about it. So I'm happy with this video. I like it. It looks great. I think I'm going to get really good marks on it. So I'm going to come over here and confirm that I want to turn it in. So I can just save it as a draft if I need to finish it later, or I can come in and say, yes, let's turn it in. It is good to go. So now that I've turned it in, we're on the journal and we see the completed activity here. And because I did a recording, it actually shows up as a video. So I can play it from right here, recording, and I can watch that video again. I'm going to be real smart. There we go. Close out of this. And that's the same view that the teachers are going to have. And then the teachers have the ability to come in and they can like, they can comment, they can leave a voice comment as well. And they have a few other tools at their disposal. But for the most part, that's pretty much all there is for a student to complete an activity. So the last part of the class then is the inbox. This is where the Zoom links are in Google Meet eventually. Google Meet and Zoom links will be posted for your students by the teacher. So here's the teacher's note. Hey everyone, Wednesday's Zoom call, boom. So obviously when teachers are sending out the real links, they're going to include the day and the time and the date. There's not any confusion or anything like that. But the Seesaw class is where your students are going to go for anything that the teachers are trying to communicate with them, okay? So then, I'm going to switch over now to my iPad. So down here on the bottom right is the class app. I'm just going to tap on it. Now I'm already logged in as the student, but you'll notice once again that this screen, this layout is identical to what we just saw on the website, okay? So again, I can sit here and I can press play and I can watch this video. Recording. Now you know. I can come into an activity and I can continue working on an activity from here. So now we're going to go ahead and do the cursive letter W. And I wanted to do this one specifically on the iPad because I wanted to be able to show the use of a stylus, or in this case, an Apple Pencil. So I've got my instructions here. I can play the instructions.
Tap Add to complete the worksheet.
So I can listen to those instructions. I'm going to go ahead and tap on the add response here. And let's say that I forgot exactly what my instructions were, you know, and they can do this on the computer too. I just didn't show it. But right up here in the top center, there's a button that says View Instructions. So if I tap on that, then I get to see the instructions again. I can play the instructions again, just in case I happen to forget. But I can read those instructions. I can play the directions again, but I'm gonna go ahead and close out. It's going really slow, man. There we go. All right, so then with my stylus, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording. And now I can start writing. I'm on my eraser right now, so I need to make sure that I select my pencil or my marker. And I'm going to, it is lagging so far behind right now, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and with my Apple Pencil, I'm going to start. And as I'm writing this, I'm going to say W, 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 W. You get the idea. And so that's why I think the tablet is such a great way for the students to be able to interface, because when they are practicing, specifically when they are practicing their cursive and their print letters, computer, it can be done, but it's not the same because they're using a trackpad in their finger to do it, and it's okay. They can manage that. So I'm done. I can hit the record button again to stop recording. And then in the top right-hand corner, because I'm using my iPad, I can point. In the top right-hand corner, waiting for the arrow. There it is. Then I can hit the done button and confirm. And then it's going to upload to the classroom, and there we go. And I get to see the completed activity. Boom. All right. So that's how your students are going to interact with Seesaw. And I'm going to share with you the parent app. All right. So the parents app then is called Seesaw Family, which is right here, that highlighted one. And so I'm going to tap on that to open it. I've already signed into it, and the layout is very similar to what we saw on the students' side. So there's just a few differences, obviously, as it pertains to a parent. Up in the top left-hand corner are my initials. I can tap on that, and from here, if I have another student who is using Seesaw, this one app allows you to be able to view all of your kids' journals if you happen to have multiple. So I can tap on account settings then. I can come in here and I can change information about myself. I can change my display name, my email, phone number. I can update my password. I can manage my notifications, so email notifications, push notifications on the phone. You can enable those. Maybe that's a instead of email type thing. And you can also turn on SMS texts and get those. Our three views down here are home, journals, and inbox. So home is where you're going to be able to see all of the activities that your student completes. And again, if you have multiple kids using Seesaw, this will be a collection of all of their activities. So my only child using Seesaw is Owen. But if I had my youngest, Eamon, if he was using Seesaw, then I would see both of their activities posted here. And then I can click over here at the bottom. I can tap on Journal, and then it's going to break it down by my children. So if my youngest, Eamon, again, was using Seesaw, then I would see his name listed here. But it's just Owen, and here are the classes that Owen is a student in. He's in my practice classes, but this is his Shelton EC 2019-2020. This was the actual class that they were using this past spring. So students are only going to be able to see their works, and you as parents are only going to be able to see your students. Nobody else is going to be able to see your kids, just you. But I can go through here, and here's an actual video that Owen made about the parts of a bee.
Labeled a bee.
Now, there's nothing moving on it. It's just him talking about the parts of the bee.
Antennas, finger.
Okay. And then the last part is the inbox. And the inbox is where I can receive messages from the teachers. This is not going to be the primary form of official communication, though. This is only going to be for class notifications, announcements, the Zoom links, all right? If a teacher is going to contact you regarding concerns, behavior, things like that, that will still go through email. It's going to go through our FACTS SIS system, officially communicating with you through FACTS SIS, but they will be sending class announcements like Zoom links and things like that through the Seesaw app. It will be in your app, and it will be in the student app. So y'all can just open that up. Here it is. It says Zoom link thingy, but it is clickable. So if I tap on that, it's going to give me an error because it's not a real website, but it's as easy as that. And then, the Zoom app will automatically launch on the computer or on a mobile device, something like that. All right. And then the notification center is what I was talking about with those push notifications and things like that. It's just saying, oh, Owen's completed some works. Do you want to check them out? And I can tap on them and watch them. And here I have, as the teacher, I have the ability to like and comment, and I can leave Owen a voice message. Hey, buddy, that looks awesome. I'm so proud of you. You are a butterfly genius. And then I can play it back, or I can go ahead and post it. And there is once the phone updates, that screen will eventually go away. And instead it is showing, I don't know if you can, it's really washed out, so probably not. There we go. So my screen is updated on my phone, and there's my little voice message that Owen can play the next time he logs in and listen to what I had to say to him. So that's Seesaw.